Okay, this is a quick demo of sending out a newsletter using a template from Civi. I'm using the new Code of Practice bulletin template for this demo. So first of all, you need to set up your mailing. I'm going to set one up completely from scratch here. So new mailing from the drop-down menu. Give it a name. Select the template that I want to use. In this case, can't find it. There we are, GCF Code of Practice Bulletin. And it says there's a clue. It says use with SFNG header and footer. So the next thing before you go any further is to select the header and footer. The header, we are using the 40th header at the moment. And then you get this message that says required tokens are missing. Now, these are around sort of protecting people from spam and allowing people to opt in and out of mailings, and they have to be included in all bulk mailings. So they have been put into our footer, and in this case we're using the UK-wide footer. And the reason for that, or the reason you're not using anything with GCF specific stuff, is because your template actually includes all your team's information about how to get back in touch, and then the footer sort of just contains the SFNG sort of administrative legal info about the organisation. So we've pretty much there now. We've got you need to select a group, and in this case you'll be sending to these new smart group COP contacts. So that when you look for groups, they are in alphabetical order. There are a lot of them, but if you start typing in, it will take you to ones that are grouped together. Okay, and then you need to add your actual copy. So all of these are filled in now and ready to go. And now adding your copy is a classic mistake that people make, which is to go to their Word document with their bulletin copy in already looks nicely formatted. I'm going to use my actual forthcoming information about where I'm going on holiday this week, and just copy and paste from there, like so. Control C, go to Civi, Control V. Looks fine, you would think. But what that's doing is bringing a lot of code from Word that will compete with the things that are within the template, saying what style to do things in: normal, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, when to put spaces between paragraphs, what size font to use, when to bold, all of that sort of thing. So you don't want that. I'll just show you by clicking on this little button here. It says source. That shows you the code. So it's not too bad actually, that little bit that I've just pasted in. But let's see. It's more like it. So you can see the bit that's actually just the template, the code that says P for paragraph and N the paragraph coding. It's all very nice, and just a little bit of code that says to put this bit in bold. Heading 3 literally just says heading 3. Look at the stuff that I've pasted in from Word, and you've got all this extra code here: P class, span style, font size, line height. All of that is going to cause you a nightmare where you'll be going, why can't I make this look how I want it to look? Why can't I get rid of this space after this heading or this title? And that is why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that right out again. An interesting bulletin all about going to Northumberland. And I'm back to the basic template styles. Oops. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that coding. So I'm going to open up my notepad and I'm going to paste into there all the stuff that I just took from Word. And the second classic mistake is people think that they've done that and then they somehow manage to go back to Civi and paste again and they still have all the code in it. What you have to do is come right off it, deselect it, and then highlight everything again, go Control-All, Control-C to copy, and then go back to Civi and paste. Now it looks a bit different to last time, and that's because the formatting has been taken away. So when I would look at the source, hopefully ignoring that first little bit, which is actually creating a little table for the template, you can see where it says paragraph, it just says paragraph. There's no extra span styles and divs and all the rest of it in there. So that would mean that if you then went on to format this according to the style of the bulletin, you wouldn't have the same issues with not being able to get rid of paragraph spaces that you didn't want, etc. So I'm actually going to take that out, put it a little bit further down. Put it back in heading mode. So I'm going to pretend that's one of my items here. Section heading, lots of exciting news. Item heading, Diane's going on holiday. Then you can carry on and format your links, create a link there, as you would normally when you're doing other things in Civi. We set it to open a new window. You don't need to make any links bold because they will be bold when the mailing's sent. Actually, I'm going to put that link in there. What you're not looking for really is, you don't want links that have got long, horrible web addresses. So you're using alternative text usually for your links. Find out more about the boat trip. Look at the link again. The display text is what you want to make sure that's nice and user friendly, and not, this is quite a basic web address, but some web addresses are hideous and just make the bulletin a bit inaccessible. Not really sure what else to say, but the template has these things in it, just like the bare bones, showing you what styles are used for what. So we have heading 1 for the main introductory title, normal for your text after that, and then each section starts with heading 2, and the items within a section have heading 3. Then you go back to normal text for your link, but I've contradicted myself, they seem to be bold, so maybe they are. Next item again, heading 3, normal, and then we've got a horizontal line that you can insert using this symbol, and you go back to heading 2 for the next section, etc. Now, what's really important is to send a test to yourself, to a colleague, just so you can make sure that there's a fresh pair of eyes on it before it goes, so you can test all the links work, look for typos. So I'm going to do that now here. How long that will take to come through, I'm not quite sure. Oh, quite quick. So that's just showing you what it will actually look like when it comes through at the other end. Got your SF and G header. Ooh, now I need to make sure that that's working there. That doesn't look quite right before I send it on to you. Read it through, read it through. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned, which is actually quite important in this case, is the from address that you want to use. So in this case, at the moment, as it stands, the default is to go from admin. So for the Code of Practice bulletin, there is a from address. So you want to change that before you go any further. And I think that kind of covers it. I will have a look at the title and that banner colour to make sure that's going to be okay. All right, and then when you're ready to go, you can click through next and then submit your mailing. Okay. So yeah, just the main place where people fall down is not using Notepad properly to clear out the text from Word. I know it's frustrating because in Word you've got your links where you want them and you think it all looks nice, but you basically have to add any bold text and heading styles and links. You have to add them back in Civi before you can send it off. Okay, I think I will end it there. Thank you.